Hiya guys, welcome back. Right, I've come to you today with a little show and tell what I've been up to. What I've got is a folder out of a scrapbook album, and what I've done, I've been chopping it down and making sections. I've just done part of this one just to show you roughly how I've made this. Going to make this one into small pockets. I'm just going to finish it off. What I've done, I've sewn down my rows, and then I'm going to pop in my mini hole punch. Just going to line it up with the others, put it halfway so that there's like a notch on the side of your little chopper, and just put yourself a little groove. Because what I intend to do is store my stamps and my small ephemera in this one. You'll see why in a minute. I know this is like the only one I've made this small. I didn't think it'd work, to be honest, but I've managed to sort of scrape my way around. What you've got to do is, obviously this, sometimes it cuts, sometimes it doesn't. You might have to go in with your scissors, give it a bit of a tidy up, like this. It's pretty easy. I mean, most of them have come out. That circle punch is a bit sharper than my inch punch. The inch one's packed up a bit. It's not working. It's not even cutting paper, so I don't think it'd cut through this plastic. But my other folders, I've actually used my envelope notcher instead. You'll see when I'll show you the pages what I've actually done. So what I'm going to do now is seal these up on the machine. Let's just pull the machine in. What I'm going to do is just sew my rows down just to make the little pockets. I'll turn it over like that, and then just go down. Then that'll seal the sides for me. Just have to keep your plastic in line, because obviously it's going to move about as you cut it. That's one. So there we go. It's one pocket. Because we've got small ephemera sometimes, and I like to keep my stamps in colour groups so that I can just grab what I need, what I want. But not just for stamps. Sometimes you get your numbers, little mini tickets, little numbers. I'll show you in my folder what I've done with them, and you can see they're sort of wasting a big pocket, if you get what I mean. So that's where I've done this one. I've only done one like this, because you know I haven't got loads of little pieces of ephemera, and I haven't got loads of stamps. I've got a few, but not loads. Right, I've got a bit of a problem here where I cut it with a craft knife, and I actually went over my stitching. So I'm just going to go back in just to seal that bottom up where I've nicked it. it. Now, right then, let's get all these ends off. And you'll see in the big folder what I've actually done. Right, let's push that out of the way. So this is my little wallet, if you want to call it that. Mini wallet slots. So we've got little slots to put things in. I've probably done too many, to be honest, but you know, at least I can sort of section out my little pieces, little stamps and little images. In all fairness, I've got a fair few slots now to work with, because obviously I've gone straight through with a knife, so I've got that side as well. And you'll see in the album what I've done. This is a bigger one I've done. Obviously you've got your top opener. I've used this corner chomper on most of them. Well, it's not a corner chomper, it's an envelope notcher. You have to give it some welly, you have to press down real hard. Let's get it in level, like that. You push it down with both hands. Now, I'm not going to put the notch in there because it's quite a big opening, you know, to see, if you know, and to get your hand in. So just start it off with your little craft knife. I'd rather do that than go in with the craft knife all the way along. I'm going to just get my scissors in there now. We'll try to. Won't go in now. Typical, isn't it? Come on. Right, there we go. So I'm just going to cut that like that now, all the way across the top, instead of using my knife, because knowing my luck, I'd probably push it and it'll go straight out. That's the kind of thing that had happened to me. So you've got a nice big pocket there. So you don't need really anything on that to get your hand in, you know. And you can, if you're very steady-handed, get your Stanley or your craft knife. But see, it's a bit on the awkward side. It's a bit wibbly wobbly. And get a straighter line doing this. See, it's a bit jagged now, that is there, where I've gone in. Try and trim it a bit. Right, so that's that one. Then these are the squares. The first one I did, this one, I just did the knife thing, you know, the craft knifey thing, which was fine, but I thought I like this better. I like that sort of look, but to do that on there, obviously you've got to go all the way through with your knife. So this is what I ended up doing. This is your folder. You can put your name on the front, obviously, but I was going to just put stickers on, but I realised that you can line it up. So I'm going to see if I can get ephemera in there. If I can't, then, you know, I won't bother. I'll probably just put a few sunflowers on there. I know I've got a few sunflowers knocking about. And this is what it is. You get lots and lots of folders in them. I think you get about 10 or 20 sheets. Can't remember, really, because they're quite a few years old, these are. I used to remember seeing them 15, 20 years ago when my boys were little. I used to do scrapbooking, and I'd love to have bought one, but by the time you buy your 8x8 paper pads and all your other bits and pieces, it works out quite expensive, so never got round to buying one. But this was £3.50 in the charity shop, so It's come in handy. I'm not a scrapbooker anymore, really, by, you know, to be fair. This is the thing now, what I do. You can pull that out so you can add more. I'm not sure if you can still purchase these. You may be able to. This is from K Company, K & Co. So, you know, you can have a look on their website to see if they still do this kind of thing. But to buy one brand new just to store your ephemera, you know, it's a bit of a extravagance in it, really. But you could make yourself one similar with, you know, scrapbook pages and things like that, like a lot of the other ladies have done. But for me, this is great because I like to see what's going on, what I've got. That's what I've found through this scrapbooking journey that I'm on. You know, I'm a newbie, as you know, but I've done like what everybody else has done. I've stored bits in these kind of things. I've stored stuff in this sort of thing. I've labelled them to see, you know, oh yeah, that's that in there. I've even, you know, I've put, but you've got to store these. And then when you come to look, if you're going to be scrapbooking, you've got to grab all these and then you've got to look in them. You've got to tip out all your bits. You might only want 1 or 2 butterflies, but the coloured butterfly that you want is right at the bottom, or, you know, it's a bit daft. So for me, this is great. It's a bit of work because obviously I have notched these and I've cut straight through with a knife. I've gone straight through. Well, not straight through. I've cut across, as you can see. Zigzagged down the edges and down the centre because I think that's a bit more sort of sturdier, if you get me. I'll probably do it alphabetical, you know, when I've got all my bits and pieces together, because that's the thing. All my stuff is in different parts. I've got stuff in my drawer down here. I've got like stuff like this in here, which is great to store. But then I started ending up with more and more stuff. And there's only like 10 sheets in there, 10 little sleeves. So that's no good. So I thought, right, I need to get something a bit better. So I'm going to use that. Take all these out of here, put them in there. Use these for my snippet rolls, because obviously, you know, we don't have a lot of them. I've got this sort of thing for my made pieces. Got loads of space, look, loads of, but I don't want to put stuff like this in there because I don't know what's in here. You know, I've forgotten about these in here, so I can get them all out, put them in here. And the bigger pieces, like I've got big sheets here, obviously, that are like you know, probably 4x6 or something like that, that will go in the bigger slots at the back, or even in these if I've got biggish sheets, you know. So that's why I've done big sheets. This is why I've done the little one. Where have I put it? Here it is, over here. I've got stuff like this, look. It's a bit of a waste of a good size pocket in my eyes. So these little ones will go in here, along with stamps. I've got like a couple of little bags of stamps, you know, 3 or 4 little tiny, you know, the little zip up bags, or what they're called, jiffy type things. But you've got to get your stamps out, go through your pile, whatever colours. I'll put them in there in different colour groups. And then these the same. I haven't got a lot of this sort of stuff. I've got a few and these kind of things, but there's plenty there, so that'll go in there. I can sort the flowers, put them in groups, small flowers, big flowers, different coloured flowers. that kind of thing. I've done longer ones for longish images. These are book page flowers that are fussy cut round, and they're very delicate, so in there that's ideal. But these have been cut out, crikey, weeks, and I don't know where I put them. I think I put them in a envelope, and the envelope got put in the drawer and then just got forgotten about. These sort of things I do use a lot of, because obviously they're, you know, they're from Shabby Dabby Doodah. These are my porch prints, I think. No, these are pink Moloch prints. And then I've also got this one's my porch prints, I think. I'm not sure. But yeah, all these kind of things, all hanging about. Different butterflies. These are ones I've cut out of books. These are ones that I've printed off the internet, you know, for company. But they're different colours, they're vibrant. So I want to keep them separate. So for me, this is fabulous. And I really hope that, you know, some of you guys might drop lucky and come across something like this, which is great. And I can, you know, use these for other things. But I've got like stuff like this where I've got lots of little things, and then I've got some big things as well. So they've had to go in an envelope like this, a biggish envelope. But what I will do is probably put them in one of these. Put the bigger pieces in there, and then all the little pieces in there. And I can actually see what I've got then, because I've got some ephemera kits that belong to certain pages, you know, that I've printed off. And if they're in here, I forgot I've got this one. Completely forgot. Printed it off, forgot about it, as usual, because it was packed away in a file or in a folder or in my drawer down here, and I've got to go through all my rigmarole to find it. So what I'll be doing later on tonight then is probably sorting out these other bits that need to be sectioned off, and then when I want to do a bit of crafting, I shall grab that, grab my go-to box, grab my tools, my scissors, and then grab a piece of scrapbook page that I've done, a masterboard that I've been working on all week, and then I can do some tags later, and that's the plan anyway. So hopefully you guys can take something from this, and I'll see you very soon. Bye.